We've all heard the phrase, if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. For many of us, that maxim can feel untrue and even irritating when it seems like the work far outweighs the love. To the starving artist, suffering for one's art is just as much a part of the creative process as creating the art itself. But after years of suffering with little payoff, it begs the question, is it really worth it? Does success equal struggle? If you feel like you've been hitting a wall in your career, no matter how hard you work to get ahead, you're not alone. Researchers at ESCP and Cass Business School reported that in a study examining 51,895 employees in a variety of industries, data showed that work intensity and overtime predicted negative effects on both career and overall well-being. Labeled the burnout generation, millennials have sufficiently mastered the art of multitasking. But at what cost? What's the difference between hard work and struggle? Can we give up the burnout without giving up on our dreams? Perhaps it's time we tell a new story about struggle. Here are 3 ways to help you get started. 1. Care more about your current mood. When you're used to associating the hustle with your overall worth as a person, it's easy to lose sight of what you're doing this all for. When you think about it, everything you want to be or have is so that you can feel good in the being and having of it. We want success to feel purposeful. We want money to feel freedom. We want recognition to feel valuable. But once we get those things, the contentment lasts a short while before naturally creating a desire for the next level. We judge ourselves for wanting more when really what's bothering us is the seesaw of emotion we feel going from one thing to the next. Instead of relying on milestones to make you feel better, try a few small things to help you feel better now. If you're a performer, remind yourself what you love about performing. Be specific. Make lists. Let yourself daydream about playing your best set to a sold-out crowd. Get excited. Have a snack. In as many moments as you can remember to, check in and ask yourself, how do I want to feel right now? Lifting your mood little by little will make the daily grind more satisfying while also creating mental space for inspiration. 2. Allow. Many celebrities have said that they got their big break right after making the decision to give up and quit acting. John Krasinski was ready to throw in the towel and move back in with his mom 3 weeks prior to landing the role of Jim Halpert on The Office. Ozo Aduba reached emotional breaking point and decided to quit acting the exact day she was offered the part of Crazy Eyes on Orange is the New Black, a role that would eventually win her 2 Emmy Awards. You may have noticed times when you've completely given up only to land an opportunity shortly after. It feels like a perfectly annoying combination of magic and cruelty. So you think, oh finally, all that hard work and misery paid off. And of course hard work pays off, but the misery is not mandatory. The pattern we always seem to miss is the one in which giving up actually means letting in. It's not quitting that opens you up to receiving, it's the relief that comes from saying, I quit. When we say, I quit, we feel a weight lift. We officially release ourselves from a burden we can no longer carry. It's at this point that fresh, clear ideas are able to flow naturally and lead you to inspired action, inspired work. So instead of crashing and burning, why not allow ourselves relief from stress before it even begins? We can do this by prioritizing balance. Make time in your day for other interests aside from your passion, even if it's simply having lunch with a friend and discussing other subjects. 3. Give yourself permission. It takes practice to learn how to chill. We are so used to fighting the daily battle that letting ourselves off the hook feels foreign, if not entirely sinful. But the truth is that being easier on yourself boosts your confidence, and as mentioned in the last step, Relaxing your mind helps you notice things you otherwise miss when you're fixated on being perfect. Say to yourself, I deserve a good night's sleep. I deserve to make time to eat before I go to work. I deserve to take a break. I'm doing extremely well. I don't have to figure this all out at once. Soothing yourself with kinder words that emphasize your value will help ease anxiety and remind you that you are allowed to enjoy this life. And things get better when you do.